What's up, friends? It's your boy, girl here from Futuristic Minds, and I am pumped to show you all the amazing things happening in the world of technology and innovation. From mind-blowing AI advancements to space exploration, we've got it all. So sit back, relax, and join our crew of future-minded individuals. Welcome back to our channel, where we explore the mysteries and wonders of space. In this video, we'll be discussing why NASA hasn't returned to the moon despite tremendous scientific progress. Let's dive in. The moon has fascinated humans for centuries, inspiring countless myths, stories, and scientific discoveries. But why has it been almost 50 years since humans last set foot on its surface? In 1969, NASA's Apollo 11 mission successfully landed humans on the moon. Over the next few years, 5 more missions followed, with the last one in 1972. Since then, there have been no human missions to the moon. But that doesn't mean that NASA hasn't been busy exploring space. In fact, the agency has been focusing on other projects, such as the International Space Station and missions to Mars. So, why the shift in focus? One reason is the cost. Space exploration is incredibly expensive, and moon missions are no exception. The Apollo program, which sent humans to the moon in the 1960s and 1970s, cost approximately $25 billion. The Artemis program, which aims to send humans to the moon again, is projected to cost approximately $30 billion. This price tag has made funding moon missions difficult. Another reason is the risks involved. Space travel is inherently dangerous, and NASA takes safety very seriously. The Challenger disaster in 1986 and the Columbia disaster in 2003 were tragic reminders of the dangers of space travel. NASA is continuously working on improving the safety of space missions and developing new technology to reduce the risks involved. But perhaps the biggest challenge is the lack of public interest in moon missions. Space exploration has lost some of its appeal, and public interest has waned in recent years. Other technologies, such as artificial intelligence and virtual reality, have captured the public's attention. The perception of moon missions as a "been there, done that" experience has also contributed to the lack of public interest. Despite these challenges, NASA is still planning to return to the moon through the Artemis program. The program aims to establish a sustainable presence on the moon by 2028, with the first crewed mission planned for 2024. NASA is currently working on developing the technology needed for a successful moon mission, including a new rocket, the Space Launch System, and a crew capsule, Orion. So, why is it important to return to the moon? There are several reasons, including the potential for scientific discoveries, the development of new technologies, and the exploration of resources. For example, the moon's surface could provide valuable resources such as helium-3, which could be used as a fuel source for nuclear fusion reactors. Moon missions could also help us better understand the origins of the solar system and the universe. Exploring the moon, we have the potential to make significant scientific discoveries and develop new technologies that can benefit humanity. It's an exciting time for space exploration, and we can't wait to see what the future holds. As we discussed earlier, NASA is planning to return to the moon through the Artemis program. This program aims to establish a sustainable presence on the moon, with the first crewed mission planned for 2024. But what exactly does this program involve, and what are the goals of this mission? The Artemis program is a series of missions that will gradually build up a permanent human presence on the moon. The first mission, Artemis 1, is an uncrewed mission that will test the Space Launch System and Orion spacecraft. This mission is scheduled to launch in November 2021. Artemis 2 will be the first crewed mission, with a target launch date of 2023. This mission will send 4 astronauts to lunar orbit, where they will conduct a series of tests and gather data to prepare for future missions. Artemis 3, the first mission to land humans on the moon since 1972, is planned for 2024. To accomplish these missions, NASA is developing new spacecraft and technology. The Space Launch System, or SLS, is a powerful rocket that will be used to launch the Orion spacecraft and other equipment into space. Orion is a crew capsule that will transport astronauts to and from the Moon. The Lunar Gateway is a small space station that will orbit the Moon and serve as a staging area for lunar missions. The Lunar Gateway will also serve as a research platform for studying the Moon and its environment. It will have various modules that can be added or removed depending on the needs of the mission. The Gateway will be built in collaboration with international partners, including Canada, Europe, and Japan. So, what are the objectives of the Artemis program? There are several goals, including establishing a sustainable human presence on the Moon, conducting scientific research on the Moon and its environment, demonstrating new technologies and capabilities for future missions, expanding international cooperation in space exploration, preparing for future missions to Mars and beyond. By achieving these objectives, the Artemis program could pave the way for a new era of space exploration. It could also inspire a new generation of scientists, engineers, and explorers to pursue careers in space-related fields. Of course, there are many challenges involved in the Artemis program. One of the biggest challenges is the cost. As we mentioned earlier, space exploration is incredibly expensive, and Moon missions are no exception. The Artemis program is expected to cost approximately $30 billion over the next few years. Another challenge is the risks involved in space exploration. Space travel is inherently dangerous, and NASA takes safety very seriously. The agency is continuously working on improving the safety of space missions and developing new technology to reduce the risks involved. Lastly, there is the challenge of public perception. As we mentioned earlier, public interest in space exploration has waned in recent years. This could make it difficult to secure funding for the Artemis program and other space-related projects. Despite these challenges, NASA remains committed to the Artemis program and its goal of returning humans to the Moon. But why is it so important to return to the Moon, and what can we hope to learn from these missions? There are several reasons why returning to the Moon is important. First, the Moon contains vast amounts of resources that could be used for future space exploration. These resources include water, which can be used for drinking, growing plants, and making rocket fuel. There are also minerals and metals on the Moon that could be used for building structures and equipment. Second, studying the Moon can help us understand the history and formation of our solar system. The Moon is thought to have formed around 4.5 billion years ago, and studying its geology and composition can provide insights into the early days of our solar system. Finally, returning to the Moon could pave the way for future human settlement in space. If we can establish a sustainable presence on the Moon, we can learn how to live and work in space for long periods of time. This could eventually lead to human settlements on other planets, such as Mars. Of course, there are many challenges to establishing a human settlement on the Moon. These include the lack of atmosphere, extreme temperatures, and radiation exposure. But by working to overcome these challenges, we can take a major step towards becoming a multi-planetary species. In conclusion, the Artemis program represents a new chapter in space exploration. By returning humans to the Moon, NASA is pushing the boundaries of human achievement and expanding our understanding of the universe. While there are many challenges ahead, the potential benefits of this program are immense. So let's keep our eyes on the skies and see where the Artemis program takes us.
Hey everyone! I just wanted to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for tuning into my channel and watching my videos. Your support means the world to me, and I couldn't do this without you. If you're enjoying my content, I would be so grateful if you could give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel so you never miss an update. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know when I release new videos, and it helps me reach more people who might enjoy my content. So thank you again for watching, and I can't wait to share more with you soon.